Liara Tamani. I am the author of 2 YA books, Calling My Name, boop, right there, and All the Things We Never Knew, right here. And right here, it comes out June 9th, so be on the lookout for it. But I'll just talk a little bit about my writing process, which is really different for every book. But what is the same, I guess, is that I start out typically in notebooks. Um, and that is because it just gives me a little bit more freedom. Once I get to the computer and start typing, I'm a lot harsher on myself, and I tend to do a lot of deleting. Um, and so just to explore the characters and explore the voice and just to figure out what this story is all about, I tend to start writing in notebooks, and I'll probably fill up like probably a whole notebook before I move to the computer. And then once I move to the computer, things slow down a bit. I'm one of those writers that I have to really like the way something sounds before I move on. And so I like, before I write, before I move on to the next paragraph, the paragraph I've just written has to sound like I want it to sound. And same for a page, then I'll go back and tweak it until it sounds like I want it to sound. And every day when I get up and I start writing, I read what I wrote the day before until I like the way it sounds. I know I'm not saying this is how you should do it. I feel like everybody's process is very different, and this is very inefficient. Let's be clear. I think most writers don't write like this because I think you just get less done. I think it would probably be easier to write the whole thing and then just go back and revise it. I've tried because I know that it would be a quicker way, it would be a more efficient. I've tried to do this, but it does not work for me. It's like my brain just can't let it go. And really, in order for me to move on to the next thing, I really want to love what's there. And a lot of times too, it informs what's going to come next. Like by spending so much time on a section and with the language and with the words, then it flows kind of to the next thing. So that's my process. I am not a huge outliner either. I kind of like let the characters decide where they're going to go. Not to say, at the beginning, especially with All the Things We Never Knew, it takes place in like over a 6 weeks period. It's like I had to know, okay, hit this point. But my outline was probably like 2 pages of a notebook. It's not, it wasn't detailed at all because, the characters kind of have to go and, they're on their own journey and you got to kind of flow with it. And then for Calling My Name, it takes place like over 6 years. So there was no outline with that at all. But anyways, I hope this is helpful. I would just say, remember that your process is your own. We are all get at this a little bit differently. Whatever works for you in terms of like, whatever helps you get words on the page and whatever helps you come back to the page is great. And it's perfect. Do that. So yeah, mwah, mwah. Be well. Bye.